astronomers, whatever. You can pause the video or you can read for yourself. To have converted to rabbinic Judaism. Look, they're telling you what they did. The ruling elites of the Khazar people, they're the ones that actually converted to Judaism. Rabbis. They converted to making themselves rabbis, basically, in the 8th century. But the scope of the conversion to Judaism within the Khazar Khanat remains uncertain. Khanat. Remains uncertain, because here comes the lies. That's why I typed it in gray. Not Greek, gray. The alliance was dropped around 900. Byzantine began to encourage the Alans to attack Khazaria and to weaken its hold on Crimea and the Caucasus, and sought to obtain the entity or something like that, with the rising Rush power to the north, which it inspired to convert to Christianity. So you had a few here that converted to Christianity, a few to Muslim, and a few to Judaism. But the elites went to the Judaism. But I have more to read, but I'm going to go back to over here. Now it says Jewish population. You got to remember this video, that, and you know, videos are, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is even millions then, because many more people like to click on stuff and listen to stuff than actually read the stuff themselves. The majority of the people don't really like reading, including me. I don't really like reading, so I know what I'm talking about. Now it says here, rather than predominantly from elsewhere in the Middle East. Right. The new research suggests that most of the Israeli population of Northern and Eastern Europe, normally known as Ashkenazi Israelis, are descendants of Greeks, Iranians, and others who colonized what is now northern Turkey more than 2,000 years ago, and were then converted to Judaism, probably in the first few centuries AD, by Israelis from Persia. At that stage, the Persian Empire was home to the world's largest Israeli community. According to research carried out by the genetics, Dr. Aaron, of the University of Sheffield, over 90% of Ashkenazic ancestry come from that converted, partially Greek originating ancient community in northeast Turkey. I don't really have to read more, because I'll leave the link in the description box, of course. They say a lot of madness and stuff like that, but we know it's not from 367 Israelis and stuff like that. We know it's from AMALEK in the Bible, which is the grandchild of Esau. And they are the chief house of, they're the synagogue of Satan, which synagogue means chief house, right? Now you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. I don't want to read too long. So going into here, if I'm correct, Khazar, member of Confederation of Turk-speaking tribes. Then in the late 6th century AD, established a major commercial empire covering years and stuff like that. Basically, this is the kind of the same thing also, but it goes into a little bit more, well, other details, not more actually. Right. So now, where was I again? I had another word, also Asian or something. Right. So now, let me see here. Ashkenazi Israeli mysterious origin unrevealed. unraveled, sorry, by scientists thanks to ancient DNA. Where did the Israeli people come from? This is a question that anthropologists, so historians and theologists have studied for millennia. We know that that's crap, because, listen, you have certain scientists that are independent, and then you have the scientists that are paid and bought and paid for. Those are the ones that are going to come with fake questions like, we don't know what we're doing. They know. And then you have the other ones that actually really trying to really find out, because they have been the veil of confusion has been put upon their faces, on their heads too, and their eyes too. They don't have that eye self, but they look for it. That's why they make it their own tongue to fall upon themselves, because the elites, they know better not to speak about certain things. They know, because they know, like, okay, no, I'm not gonna say that. But the other ones do. They make it their own tongue to fall upon themselves. And even the elites, they make mistakes, because the Lord put it in them. According to mythology, the Israelis descended from 3 patriarchs. No, the Israelites, actually. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are buried in the Kea, whatever. Now, a Palestinian city and World Heritage Site located in the southern West Bank, 19 miles south of Jerusalem. You got to understand, if they really have the bodies of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they would know that they're Jakes, like they're so-called black men. They're not going to tell you that. Buried alongside them are said to be Adam and Eve and the 4 matriarchs, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. The cave has never been excavated, but on top of it is a relatively modern building, mid-first centuries, which Herod the Great built, likely to honor his ancestor. Herod was an Edomite. You see how they're lying to you? And Herod was the one that was trying to kill Yahushua. How the would he build a temple to them in their name to honor them? It's not even his ancestry. He's an Edomite. His father was an Edomite, and his mother was a Jake. That's that whore. But then again, hey, let these beast female do what the fuck they want to do, right? At least your child is now a member of history, but the Lord called him a fox. The evil person. Let me see. So, you see, it's a lot of, but that's why I don't want to read a lot of Crapolini, because, they have a lot of lies within there. Anyway, it says the rise of the Ashina. We now know that at the time these Israelis adopted the name Ashkenaz. They adopted that name. They also acquired unique Asian mutations on their Y chromosome. This is where another important group of people in our history come into play, and they are called the Guk Turks. Now, Guk Turks, funny as hell. But anyway, you have here Asia, here, Central Asia women. When you look at them, what they look like? They look like a mixture of sometimes Esau and the Mongolian people. But here, for example, this one, and of course this one, they look Mongolian, but you have this one, you can see some kind of Caucasian and Asian also up in there. These are from Central Asia, because they mix a lot with Esau over there. I'm looking for pictures. Let me see. Uzbekistan is Uzbekistan women here. This is one of the Stan places, right? You see this, okay? Then you see this, and you look at the kind of cheeks, and you be like, oh, it's kind of Asian. And you look at this one, and you be thinking like, oh yeah, that is kind of Asian. If you go to the website, of course. Right here, as you can see, they look kind of so-called or somewhat Asian to a certain degree, right? And of course here, some of them look kind of Asiatic and stuff like that. Right, you see, they look kind of Arab, but this one look kind of Asiatic. But if you click on this one, like, they like to have this, you can see clearly that this is AMALEK, then a motherfucker. You can just see it in their face. But it's once they get to start mixing and stuff like that, they have the unibrow and shit, the unibrow. Again, you can see the Asiatic features, but you can see the, I don't know, some kind of AMALEK within them too. As you can see here, this one look kind of Japhetic almost, but yeah, they're AMALEK, man. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with the Asiatic thing. But the point of them saying that they have this Y chromosome is this here. Look, if you look at her, let me see if I get the picture. If you look at her, you would seem to think like, hey, she looks kind of Down syndrome-ish, some, They kind of look like that if you look at them. What do they resemble? They resemble Asians, so-called Asians. That goes back to the book of Lot, and sorry, not the book of Lot, the book of Genesis, where Lot and his two daughters tricked him into having sex with him. They made him drunk. He didn't even know where he was, man, And then they made these type of babies. And a lot of these Amalekites, they have the same thing too. As you can, for example, see, where is it? Here. Look at this guy. Look at his eyes. You would think he looks almost Mongolian, almost Asian and stuff like that. Because I have another video that I will put in the link description box that will show you that they really favor Asian people over so-called black people, over Latinos, Indian, even over Caucasian or Europeans. They favor them more than all. I made countless videos of let me see. Here, a lot of white supremacists seem to have an Asian fetish, and then I'll put this link in the description box. You can see here he has a tattoo. He has an Asian tattoo, but he's marching with this with the black sun thing, which is one of the symbol of hate. See, these devils have a lot of symbols of hatred showing you that they hate you. But what kind of symbols do we have? We have symbols that show hatred towards each other. Red, blue, all these bandanas and stuff like that. You got this devil Spencer, Richard. He also boasts about Japan, how great he finds it. And Hitler went also to Japan and boast of Japan and stuff like that. And that's why you have a lot of these and this guy also, this Jared devil, he also boasts of Japan, but in this case they were all talking about Japan, and that was the Japanese sign thing here, right? But the funny thing is, that's why these cavemen, the Caucasians, spelled like this, Caucasians. That's why they have a lot of Asian females, whether it be Japhetic, whether it be Moab or Ammon, Japanese, Chinese, or the Indonesians type of and stuff like that. That's why they fuck them a lot, because they have something with them. And that's why the scripture says here, for example, where is it again? Asia, the partaker. Here. 2 Esdras 15 and 40. Let me see. 2 Esdras 15 and 46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Asia is the glory of the person of Babylon. Who be unto thee, thou wretch? Because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom. That's why they love, because I remember even Jackie Chang said, we need to integrate them more with their people. Because he wanted more interracial couples between Asians and Caucasians. They're both Asian, so a Caucasian and an Asian female. A Caucasian man. Anyway. And has decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers. Who are the lovers? Babylon. And vice versa. Which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. You see, the Babylonians, they always have desired to commit whoredom with these Asiatic people. And also these Asiatic people have also always desired to commit whoredom with Esau. So there you have it. They have it in their DNA or something like that. To whore with each other, you know? Right. So now going back to over here. No, wait. Where's here? Right. So they have that Y chromosome thing. This is where another this is where another important group of people in our history come into play, and they are called Gog Turks. Let me Google that. I didn't Google that, by the way. Ran out of words. Look, see these people. The Gog Turk Empire. Yeah, but I want to see the people. Gog Turk Empire. People. Here, these type of people. The Good Turks. Right. As you can see, this one look Asiatic. This one look like a Turkish person and stuff like that. This one look mixed Asian. This one look Persian, and you already have I already showed you that they was also in the Persian region. So not all Persians are actually Elam. Some of them are AMALEK. But the Heavenly Father's gonna, He's gonna give us that eye salve so we can spot them. Well, if I would see him on the street, I will know what he is. But now through the history, I can imagine that, not all of you mother busters are what you think, or what you claim you are, and also what you think you are. Because a lot of them don't know neither. But the elites know. Let me see. You have these type of Turks. You have these type of Turks. You have all these different type of Turkish people, which are, guess what? AMALEK. Because they interbreeded and made children with the Asiatic people, which is one of their loved ones, their beloved. The glory of them. This. All these Kazakhstan and all that type of shit. Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, da-da-da-stan, da-da-da-da-da, whatever the fuck. Those people. Kind of the same. As you can see. Anyway. So, and, wait, I'm saving these pictures. I'll do that later. All you need to type in is this, and then you can find it just like I did. Right. And just check the eyes. Going on. Now, it says here, well, I'm not going to read that. I'll just read the highlights of this. The alliance was dropped. Okay, I already read that. The ruling elite of the Khazars. Okay, I already read that. I'm going to read it again. Was said by Judah, this guy, and Abraham, this guy, to have converted to Judaism in the 8th century. Right. And if you want to search out this website, for example, then you need to type in convert, which is Control F, and then this will pop up. Convert. And you can also type in Judaism, and you can also type in Islam, and then you can just scroll around to see what you find, if you find something that you find interesting or whatever. But right, I'm going to go to the highlighted places. Now it says here, the Quagwan was forced to accept terms involving conversion to Islam and to subject himself. By the way, this word is like a king or something. Is a title in the Turkic, Mongolic, and some other languages. You see, the Amalekites and the Mongolians, they have been around with each other, doing a lot of things, so-called interbreeding also and stuff like that. But anyway, was forced to accept terms involving conversion to Islam. So he converted to Islam because they was at a war. One side was Christianity and the other side was Islam. No, wait, sorry. Yeah. So half of the Khazarians went to the Islam's Christianity side, and the other side went to Islam. So it says here, the suggestion that the Khazarian or the Khazars adopted Judaism as early as 740 is based on the idea that in part it was a reassertion of independence with regards to both Byzantine and Caliphate, while conforming to the general Eurasian trend to embrace a world religion. Eurasian, which is European. Eurasian is Euro-Asian. It's Indo. It's Japhet. Euro-Asians. Huh? Wait, mixed race, mixed ancestry. Asian and European, see? Euro-Asian. Right, it's them. And you have Euro-Asian people. Here, this is what they were doing. This is, of course, the Asian type. He was actually tall. And this is then the Caucasian. They kind of look white, but they're not. Like this. These are the things that they breed. Anyway, it's a vast history of, as you can see, you see the kind of the eyelids, which goes into Asiatic. Anyway, right. The trend embrace Khazars and Hungarians. Then they together ended up at the outer slopes of Carpathians and settled there, where the majority of Khazars converted from Judaism to Christianity in the 10th to 13th century. There could be shamanists and Christians among these Khazarians or Khazars, apart from the Jews. So they have been doing a lot of converting. It says also here, a state in Yemen also adopted Judaism in the 4th century, lasting until the rise of Islam. So around the people of Yemen, you also have AMALEK browsing around there and stuff like that. And of course, through intermingling, they now look like them. But then they're Khazarians. But anyway, which goes to AMALEK. That's why you see, because it was said that the House of Saudi Arabia, they're actually AMALEK, because the House of Saud bought he paid check this out. This guy paid 450 million Da Vinci painting bought by Saudi monarch has art world divided. This is that picture. It looks like an Edomite female with the chest all out and stuff like that. Horrible. Oh, what the? Horrible. Now this is the painting that the guy bought for 400. It looks like the Mona Lisa or something like that, man. You know, come on, man. With the chest all out like that, hell no. But then again, it looks like a female. It looks like a sodomite, man. For real, look like a damn sodomite. with a witch ball in his hand too. This is Caesar Borgia, my man. Look like a fucking female with long hair and stuff like that, which is against the scriptures. Look like a demon too, but anyway, going on. Why would you buy that if you're a real Arab? Ain't you supposed to stick to Islam? The word Khazar as an antonym was last used in the 13th century by people in the North Caucasus believed to practice Judaism. So they practiced it. Going on. Judaism. The conversion of Khazars to Judaism is reported by external sources in the Khazar correspondence. Correspondence. Okay, cool. Although doubt persists. You always got to watch out for these devils because they want to put the doubt in your head. Remember Peter arguing that the conversion of the Khazar elite to Judaism never happened. So now it never happened. But you have clear documents that show that it did happen. But anyway, they're always trying to put, things that would make you doubt. That's the fun part. And a few scholars such as this guy say it never happened. Yeah, they only named 2 though. That's a few. Jews from both the Islamic world and Byzantine are known to have migrated to Khazaria during periods of persecution under Heraclius. Okay. This guy. Right. So they fled. Now you had the real Israelites in the Byzantine Empire also. So you got to remember that too. There's a lot of confusion going on, but the Lord is going to guide us through all that. Lord willing, of course. Both the date of conversion and the extent of its influence beyond the elite often minimized in some scholarship. Yeah, of course it's minimized because these devils don't want you that they converted to it. Are a matter of dispute. Yeah. Constantly going back and forth. Is this true? Is that true? That's what they want you to do. But at some point between 740 or 740 and 920 AD, the Khazar royalty and nobility appeared to have converted to Judaism. Yeah, you see? In part, it is argued perhaps to deflect competing pressure from Arabs on the Islam tip and Byzantines to accept their Islam or Orthodox, right? Because they was on a Christianity tip, Byzantine Empire Christianity,